Hello everybody, my name is Sam Cabriales and I'm a CPA and partner of Presto Payroll Services. Thank you for visiting our channel. If you haven't subscribed before, please hit the subscribe button below to sign up for free additional content. Today I'll be talking about Form W-4, which is the Employees Withholding Certificate. So let's jump onto the form. Here is the form, and it's called Employees Withholding Certificate, as you can see at the top. Please keep in mind that this form is filled out according to your filing status, such as single, married filing separately, married filing jointly, or qualifying widower. You can also use head of household if you pay more than half of keeping up your home. In step 1, you would put your first name, last name, social security number, your address, city, town, state, and zip code. Under part C, you put if you're single, married filing separately, married filing jointly, or qualifying widower, or head of household. Please note that if you hold more than one job, or if you're married filing jointly and your spouse also works, you got to worry about this section. If you don't, you can just skip right through section 5, which is your signature and date, and submit this to your employer with the right selection of single or head of household. So let's go through step 2. Complete this step only if you hold more than one job at a time, if you're married filing jointly and your spouse also works. There are 3 ways to approach in this section. You can use the IRS estimator at www.irs.gov/W4 app to get the most accurate withholding amount. You can also use the multiple jobs worksheet shown on page 3 and enter the result in step 4C. Please note that every result that's generated from these 3 options is entered in 4C. So let me show you the IRS app for the W-4 withholding. This is a sample of when you go online and look at the withholding estimator. This is to get the most accurate amount to enter on 4C of the form, which is in this area. If you use the multiple jobs worksheet, you may go ahead and fill it out by going to page 3, as noted in the instructions, and start filling out this section. Or you can go ahead, if you only have 2 jobs in total, you may check this box and do the same for the other job. So let's do an example of section B for the multiple jobs worksheet. You would go to page 3. And the way this works is, let's say, for example, you're a married couple and you and your spouse works, and one of you makes $100,000 and the other one makes $50,000. You would choose first the highest paying job, and in this sample, we'll do married filing jointly. So in the example, we said $100,000, that's the highest paying job. So we would go to this column and find the $100,000, which are here. You would then go to this other column to find the lower paying job. Here you would go to $50,000, which is here. You would find the intersection point, which would be right here. This amount you would enter on the multiple jobs worksheet here, $9,320. And then you would go to the number of pay periods that you have. For example, if you get paid annually, it's 1 pay period. If you get paid weekly, it's 52 weeks. So you would enter 52 here. If you get paid bi-weekly, you would enter 26. In this sample, we'll do 26 like it's a bi-weekly period. And then this number would be divided into the total number of weeks of 4 pay periods. That gives me $358.47. This amount is then entered onto 4C, as mentioned before, on page 1. Please note that these amounts are filled out for illustration purposes. Enter the number of children that you have that are under age 17. And then multiply by 2,000. Let's say that I have 2 kids, so that would be 2,000 times 2 would give me $4,000. If I have other dependents, such as if I have my parents who I'm taken care of and supporting, then I would enter that 500 times the number of other dependents. Let's say I just have one other dependent, which is my dad. Then I would enter that here, and then I would add it up to enter the amount on line 3. So for step 4, which is other income, if you want tax withheld for things that are not withheld from, such as interest, dividends, and retirement income, you would enter that income here. So let's assume that I have a rental property and I'm getting paid $10,000. I would enter that here. For deductions, this section is to be left blank unless your itemized deductions, such as mortgage, charitable contribution, property taxes, are higher than the IRS standard deduction. Please refer to the irs.gov website to know the exact amount for every year for the standard deduction. If you do not exceed that amount on your itemized deduction on things such as the interest, charitable contributions, the property taxes, as I mentioned before, just leave the section blank. So then you would just go to step 5 and sign and date this for your employer so that they get the right amount of withholding. Once again, thanks for watching, and again, this is Sam Cabriales. If you have any additional questions or comments, hit the comments below and let me know, and I will get back with you as soon as I can. Thank you very much.